Hold on. Let me take a sip.
Sorry.
Time.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
Whose fault?
Well, it was me.
Okay, I just wanted
me.
I'm usually the one getting blamed. So
I just fell asleep. I came home.
yeah,
I
you
ate
did
like a pig, and I went to bed.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened. Yeah.
I woke up and I was like, what day is it, Tori? Oh yeah, right. Show.
And my
right.
response was like, you get to tell the people this time.
Sorry.
So
yeah.
sorry. Just 2 episodes this week, Wednesday and Friday. But
Yeah.
what are you gonna do about it?
You
We
know
didn't honestly though. There weren't that many good stories anyway. Like there was nothing that was like we have to talk about it. We're missing it. Like it was pretty boring. It was kind of Easter weekend. Like celebrities aren't doing anything. They're trying to lay low. There was like a big, I don't know, Kardashian Easter thing, but that was really about it. And it's not
Yeah, I don't like April Fool's Day to begin with, so I was like, I was good with skipping it.
Yeah, I kind of forgot.
Oh no, it got good though that night. Cliff got scared twice. One of the girls at the bar that we work at on Monday nights, we do trivia at, and he was walking in and Misty literally jumped out at him. And I've not seen my husband jump scare like that in a very long time. I'm like, oh, shit yourself. Like knocked down our full cart of stuff.
Oh my God.
It was a to-do. So got him on the way in and then got him on the way out. Just
you think he would learn?
Timing. Yeah, it was good.
I got nothing. There was like nothing on the interwebs too. Usually I get done good by like one every year. Like some dumb social media post that I buy into before I realize what day it is. Nothing this year. I immediately woke up and was on guard. It was like, y'all liars. Right. Everything is a lie.
Nothing is real.
Nothing is real.
No one's getting me.
That's it. So that's all I got.
Perfect. You ready to get into what's roasting?
Honestly, I'm just ready to be on vacation. Like
when do you leave?
Tomorrow.
Yes.
I know. It's like all I can think about, really. So yeah, let's get through what's roasting so I can like get myself on a plane.
I'm so jealous. Careful of swimming. I was at the hotel over the weekend with the kids and I was doing like handstands and water flips and I was totally fine.
Yeah, how was your Easter-y thing?
It was really nice. Like we got to get away, we relaxed.
Also, I didn't realize you were in North Conway.
Yeah.
What did you do up there?
Like literally nothing. We had a hotel with an outdoor pool. Ooh. So that was cool with like snow all.
Did you stay at the Grand Hotel?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cute. It was nice. It was easy.
Where'd you eat in town?
So one of the days we just ate at the hotel. Like it wasn't even, I don't even care. And then we did this like make your own noodle place that was like right across the street.
Fun.
I know. So it's like directly attached to the outlet mall. So the kids did their shopping. It was so easy.
I don't know why we didn't talk about this because I could have given you like the gamut of like do this, skip this, do this, skip this.
Oh no, I mean we've done it so many times. It was one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to do anything. Yeah. I'm like, you will find me in the jacuzzi when there aren't annoying kids in there. I had to like really pick my times.
And there was so much snow, right? 2 feet up there.
Well, it had melted a little bit, and then like we did the hike to Diana's bath.
Oh,
and, like, just,
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Did you do the actual hike or did you drive up and then just walk around the corner?
No, we did the actual hike.
Nice.
I know, with the snow and my poorly fitting shoes. And so I'm in there like slip sliding all over the mountaintop, holding onto a stick. And meanwhile, this like 70-year-old Nana's like trudging by with her nice
that's
boots,
so
like,
standard. It's so standard up there.
And then I woke up this morning and I cannot lift my left arm. I swear to God, I feel like this is 45. Like this is what happens.
Do we know why? You were just doing too many pool handstands and that was it?
Really, I think that's what it was. I feel like it was like a rotator cuff move I don't often use. And I was probably like, you're not doing that anymore, Stephanie. Not for you.
That's funny. Well, I'm glad you had a lovely...
Yeah, I'm like half paralyzed. I had to miss the gym today. I'm just not happy.
I'm sorry, but
I can't do it. I called in sick to my workout.
That's funny.
She's like, will we see you at 1:00? You will not.
Nope. Actually, I can't hold weights. I can't do anything. Well,
useless. So
This
that's
was
it.
a nice
I'm gonna go.
weekend.
I think I'll rage cycle for a little bit because I just need to like get it out,
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah.
and I'll be great. So let's get into what's roasting. I feel like there are some good, juicy, meaty bones here to talk about.
All right, bring me through it.
All right. So I pulled the Tori Spelling thing because
Go
I
ahead.
think it's odd that we waited this long to announce our divorce because clearly this has been a tabloid fodder situation for like the last 2 or 3 years. They've been married for 18 years.
This whole story has like continuously screamed to me though, like doing it for the media, like doing it for the paycheck, like every little thing. The whole
Well, that's
way.
what her podcast Miss Spellings is about. And then like I actually had to listen to it because I wanted to hear her fake actress voice because it's like it's so contrived. I'm like, but wait, I need to hear it. I need to hear Donna spill on from Beverly Hills 90210. It was so not. I mean, you can't spend 18 years with somebody and not experience grief from the loss of a divorce. I'm 100% sure that part is real, but all of this, I don't know what happened. Was she cut out of the will?
I don't know. I don't have any idea. I don't really follow any of this except for like just the little news blips. And what I thought was really interesting was that like she wasn't in the news, she wasn't on the radar, there was nothing going on, and then suddenly there were like photos of her crying in a storage unit. We were like, okay. We kind of knew like your marriage sucked, but like fine. Like there was nothing about this. We don't really know if this was news, but it did shine a light on her podcast because then she went on to talk about it. I didn't even know she had a podcast.
Oh, okay.
So like as a normie, I'm like, it just feels like all the little tidbits she has dropped over the time just feel like she's like doing it, like selling the story. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll give you this tidbit if you cut me a check, People Magazine or whatever it is. So I didn't listen to the podcast because, yeah, she's not somebody of like interest to me, but I have been hearing the story repeatedly. Yeah, I don't know.
I just want to know where her money went. Did her dad disinherit her? Did Candy take it all? Was there no money? What happened?
Who's her dad?
Her dad is Aaron Spelling, the maker of 90210.
Oh.
Like she had TV money. She's like was of Hilton status. I don't know whether it was blown because they're so living lavish lifestyles without Daddy Warbucks' paychecks anymore. I don't know where her residual income is from Beverly Hills 90210 is.
Who's really watching that show still, though? Like maybe diehards that are rewatching, but like, is it openly on a streaming service where people are getting royalties?
I can't believe that she's only making $150,000 a year. Like, I don't believe that.
What? Also, how do we have that information? Did she give it out?
It's just like on the interwebs. Like they're like, what is Tori Spellings' net worth? $150,000? Is this because she's hiding it in the divorce? I want to know.
Or I don't know. A lot of that money of her dad's might not be like hers. Like you can
I know
like,
it went to Candy, but I'm just curious if Candy was the one was like, you're not getting any of this money.
Well, I bet if she's been having problems with her husband, I bet you that family money has been kept very far away from the situation.
I just don't know. I just don't believe it. I don't know.
I also don't think like that show is so old. Like if you're spending that money's got to be gone. Like TV shows
her
don't
family
create like
had
generational wealth.
Millions of dollars. Like her father was already generationally wealthy. There was family money, and I know that her mom got it and all of the properties, but I don't know if she's like you can't have any of this now. But at what point in your life would you not share that with your child and grandchildren? It's just very bizarre.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I still think there's something to be said though. Like if you know your kid married is having a rough marriage situation, like you are not contributing to her wealth or helping her out at all.
Let me know if your
all.
5 children are starving, but I'm not giving this jerk any money. And, oh, by the way, he's
Right,
always been
like
a scumbag, so.
correct. There could have been that. Like, everything's set up in a trust. Like, you actually are worth nothing. Like, you as an if something were to happen to
Maybe.
you as a woman and your kids, like, we'll figure it out. But you yourself are worth 0 currently. Like, if you were to
Yeah.
inherit everything, maybe you could inherit the trust. But like, you as an individual are living your life based on what you make currently. And
Yeah.
that's what you're contributing to your marriage on the assumption that they're trying to protect all those assets away from crappy husbands.
Very
Like,
sad.
especially with generational wealth, they have a tendency to know how to set all that up.
Yeah, or hide it better.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so Shakira agrees with her sons who absolutely hated Barbie. She said it was emasculating, and I agree to a certain extent.
This is so weird to me. Like, you literally shake your ass for a living and you can't see the point of Barbie. You see no no relation to the feminist movement when your job is literally to shake your butt.
So she says, and I'm quoting her, I believe in giving women all of the tools and trust that we can all do a little bit without losing our essence, losing our femininity. But I think that men also have a purpose in society and women have another purpose as well. We complement each other and the compliment should not be lost.
Yeah, okay. And I don't think anybody disagrees with that in a lot. Okay, there could be many. I think there's something to be said for the traditionalist point of view, but the problem is that we live in a patriarchal society where like
Right.
nothing is set up for a woman to use those tools effectively and fairly in our society.
I feel
That's
like
what the movie's about.
where she's at raising 2 boys, I feel like it's cultural for her. I feel like she
Yeah.
wants to raise them to be, strong men. And I don't know. I don't know why she would say this in an interview to People magazine.
And like, why would you not take the opportunity to sit your sons down and be like, I understand why that movie made you uncomfortable and why you didn't like it. Let's talk about that. Let's talk
Right.
about why like all that pink made you uncomfortable. Let's talk about why like you fundamentally couldn't understand and didn't enjoy a fake matriarchal society. Like, let's break that down actually so that you treat women better in general, right? Like, that's where you could have come at it from a point of view in raising sons as opposed to like, I understand your point of view because boys just want to be boys. Like, nope, you actually are now just feeding into the problem that the movie was trying to point out.
100%. I just really feel like that was her gentle way of saying, I believe that. I believe
Yeah.
that is the way it should be. And I'm going to teach my sons that, which I feel like is just kind of a lost situation.
But I think the point of the movie of Barbie was to point out that you can be feminine and you can be a woman and still use the tools, or you should be able to be a woman and use tools to be able to equalize yourself.
Yeah.
But the society is the thing that's not allowing that, right? Like,
Right.
that's what I feel like the movie was about, was like, our system is not allowing women to use the tools that they now have access to be able to support themselves in this kind of, like, it's society, it's the
Right.
framework. It's not
Oh,
the
no,
woman.
you and
and
I
it's
both
not the
agree on this,
tools.
but I feel like Shakira just basically said, well, I don't believe in
Yeah.
that. We were like,
But my
okay.
point is that, like, don't believe in what? Because the movie was actually pointing out that, like, we should be able to be feminine.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm like, how is it demasculating? Because the whole movie, we're in pink. Like, the whole movie. It's the most
Right.
feminine thing you can imagine. So
Yeah.
that makes no sense to, like, how can you feel demasculated in an entire movie where women are in pink?
I think that she feels like it painted boys in a bad light is what she was trying to say.
Well, it did.
I-
That's because you guys have been assholes for a very long time.
But she doesn't want to teach her boys culturally that men have had the upper hand their entire lives, which,
It's so hard for me to understand because it's like the truth that we live in constantly that I'm like,
Right.
but they have.
right.
But like, we
Exa-
couldn't vote until what year? Like,
I know. But
I'm confused why you're confused. It's not
That-
like point of view or opinion. Like,
Right.
it's just fact.
That's why I think it's a cultural situation. It was like her nice way of being like, I still believe that it should be this way. It was weird.
I still believe that women should be silent and in the kitchen and
Yes.
should not vote. I
No,
believe that
no,
women
she-
aren't
she-
educated.
I feel like they should feel like that, but we should be equal. It was just really weird.
It was very weird.
And
And
I
also,
feel like it was just cultural. Maybe that was the disconnect.
just because a woman can do it all doesn't mean she should.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right. That's what the movie was trying. Did you listen to America Ferrera's?
Apparently not.
That was her exact point, actually.
It was just a bizarre interview to begin with. And I think that people just picked it up because they
Who
were like,
asked Shakira about the Barbie movie? Or like,
right?
how did that come up
Exactly.
in conversation? Like,
It
what
was
if
like
you don't get
parenting
kids?
and celebrity stuff. We don't have an empty slot for that. Go ask Shakira this question.
Yeah,
We'll get something that's inappropriate.
I wonder how her PR team is doing right now.
Seriously, they're like, why? But why? Why did you offer this? Meanwhile, I've got another why, but why? Denise Richards making $2 million monthly from OnlyFans career.
Isn't her daughter on it too?
This is why she decided to do it. She saw
Okay.
that Sammy was making $80,000 a year on OnlyFans.
So she was like, I can do this better. I'm Denise Richards.
This is how I felt about it. I felt like this was a weirdly hold my beer, you child, and watch how mommy do.
Competing with her daughter.
It's weird, right? I see it that way.
How is Denise Richards still in that much demand? That's a better question. Like, who?
It was that pool scene. It was that pool scene and Wild Things, and it's never gone away. And
But, like,
guys,
she doesn't look like that
forever.
anymore. Like, where? I would love to see like the demographic of her subscribers.
Right?
And how many like much overlap is there between like Sammy Sheen and Denise Richards where they're subscribing to them both? And like, aren't you feeding into that fetish that now became like kind of a fantasy, something you can like search on Pornhub into like reality when you can just subscribe to them both?
I just don't know what to take from this conversation. That's why I pitted these two stories back to back, because they're very like similar and weird. Like, this is some weird mom shit going on right here. All of it. Between the Candy Spelling, Tori Spelling thing, Shakira. Like, this is very, as Mother's Day is approaching, this is just a weird dynamic between the two of them.
I'm just like reading it. Like, what?
I just don't, it doesn't read, I'm supporting you. It reads, I'm competing with you.
Yeah. And I like Denise's ex-classmates think it's disgusting. She's not only approving of Sammy's behavior and enabling it. 100%. You are encouraging and enabling the exploitation of your daughter and now competing for further exploitation of yourself. Now, mind you, that may have been like the world you grew up in and then probably exasperated by the relationship with you're in, because Charlie Sheen, but like, this is not normal. You don't need to do this.
Right.
That's
So
all.
we had this emasculating empowerment conversation, and this is just
You guys, go watch the movie again.
exploitative.
That's all we have to say. Go see it again. And like really think about it. Go see Barbie again and really, really think about it. And then decide what you want to do.
Well, we're back to Barbie again because we've got this fake Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift feud. It's not even real. It's not a thing, but I feel like
well,
you as a Swiftie can speak to how you feel like you need to defend her.
I think Billie is an idiot overall. And I think she has a tendency to speak on issues that she doesn't necessarily have all the information about and or has a very one-sided opinion of the issue. Like, she was wearing a pin to I want to say it was the Grammys. She was wearing a pin that was in support of one side of the aisle when it came to the war on Israel. And it just, but when you look into like the history of the pin, like it's not, anyway, whatever. Long story short, it feels like she has a tendency to put an opinion out there that she like doesn't really quite understand the depth of. And this to me is like the perfect example of that. She's an environmental advocate, right? But she goes out and says, I think we're overdoing it in the vinyl record department and we're coming up with all these different versions to sell. And the first person everybody thinks of is Taylor Swift, because she comes out with these different versions of her vinyls and encourages people to buy all of them and collect them. Brilliant business move, truthfully. But it creates, I'm assuming Billie's point was like, it creates more waste. then she had to come out and defend herself and say, like, I didn't mean Taylor. I meant
She's like,
even
as
myself,
an industry,
everybody as an industry. I think she's an absolute idiot. Like, Taylor Swift and other artists included have seen quite a resurgence in vinyl records, and it has created so many jobs and money and economy into towns and spending in a area in an industry that was almost lost. And you had one pop star that decided to revamp it and like make it her own and create all these different versions and decide they were going to be collectibles and make it cool again.
Well, yeah, let's be fair. Vinyls never went away. They just lessened in use, for sure.
Correct. And now the factories are back. Their vinyl record stores are like record stores and music stores are now pumping with business again. I think they took a dying art and made it cool. And I think truthfully, like that has more benefits to it than it necessarily does. We need to worry about the quote unquote waste of the industry. And I think that there are like bigger fish to fry when it comes to the music industry waste. Yeah, I just feel like this was like not it, Billy.
Well,
like
she had to double down on it and make an excuse because Swifties went for her.
Yeah, because we were all like, you're dumb. Like, wouldn't you want more money? You could also sell 8 versions of your albums to your fans, and we also bet that they would buy them and collect them. But just because you didn't think about it first, now you're going to point the finger and call it waste? I don't know. I just feel like take the overall benefits of what it has done for the economy to like research this industry, and then maybe sit back down and compare that. Not necessarily compare that to the like quote unquote environmental impact. Like okay, we could talk about.
She's the only Oscar winner from Barbie, though. She does have that for her. That's the one thing she's got going on.
Yeah, I agree.
Super sad news for Jennifer Garner. I thought it was I just find her so classy and tasteful in everything that she does.
Yeah,
I find her just genuinely a wonderful human being. And talking about the loss of her father, who was 85, and she's like, there's no tragedy in the death of an 85-year-old man who lived a healthy, wonderful life. But she said grief is unavoidable and waiting around unexpected corners. It's like a nice, very polite Jennifer Garner vanilla way of saying, don't ask me for things. I'm sad.
Yes,
like,
completely.
Right?
Yeah. I think she's, we always talk about how classy she is and how she always approaches
things. She really is. Through the divorce, through her crazy husband, through all of the drama and trauma he put her through, her children through. Like, she's just always remained
ahead,
normal,
up, above
regular,
just above it.
I'm just living my life, and this is it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's impressive, really, because I would have lost my shit at some point. So, I mean, all the power to her. 100%. Maybe she has, and her PR team was like, just turn the cameras off. This is not the minute,
Whoever's managing her is doing a really good job, or she's just a saint. Either way.
Yeah, or a combination of the two, making the PR jobs easy,
Yeah, for sure. All right, so it's Weird News Wednesday, and I found this story that made me laugh just a little bit because it's a little bit relatable as my former life of a radio DJ, where, we didn't get paid well, but the perks were great.
There were perks?
Yeah, like restaurant gift cards and tickets to go to concerts, like back in the heyday, back when things were really fun and good and you could just go and sign whatever it was that you wanted to do and just got your hands on it. Yeah. And apparently this is also with sticky-fingered journalists, and to the point where they've been put on notice on Air Force One.
What?
Normally, they're the ones grilling the Washington Power players, but the tables have turned on the White House press corps. A new report made waves on Friday in the U.S. Capitol with its humorous but very detailed investigation into rampant theft from the press section of Air Force One.
What are they taking?
It said for years, scores of journalists and others have quietly stuffed everything but detailed engraved whiskey tumblers, wine glasses, to pretty much anything with Air Force One insignia on it in their bag before they stepped off the plane.
Of course they are.
Yeah. Last month, this
is not new. Why are we calling people out? This is everybody does this, regardless of the industry.
Yeah, but apparently it's gotten out of control and it's not gone unnoticed.
That's funny.
So now they distribute as souvenirs small packages of M&Ms bearing the presidential seal on it. But that's not good enough for many of those aboard the plane.
Kidding. No, I want a tumbler for my house.
100%. They said it's gotten really ridiculous to the point where they could hear glassware clinking in journalists' bags as they're disembarking from Air Force One.
It's like the people who somehow, I'm always fascinated with the people who could steal glasses from bars. People do it all the time. I have no idea how people do you guys just have big purses? How are you stuffing full wine glasses in your bag?
Well, there you go. They bring on their laptops. And now, they've got a food serving set that is gold rimmed with Air Force One embossed
cool.
on it.
It's cool shit. And I suppose if that was the industry I worked in, right? I was a journalist for Air Force One. Yeah, I would take that stuff home. That's cool.
I guess one of the journalists heeded the scolding from the correspondents with a culmination in a return of a discreet item, embroidered pillowcase, after a meeting was arranged between a reporter and a press official.
Okay, that's a little you're supposed to take the coasters and
pillowcases,
guys. Pillowcases are a little much.
I mean, I've stolen a glass, a cup I liked.
I know. I was gonna say, how do you do it? I know you steal stuff all the time.
A spoon here and there,
just
little
shove it
things
in your bag.
Yeah, shove it in your bag, put it down. I've got plenty of room in here to hide things. Okay, we got lots of room in here to hide some certain items. But I was just having a laugh with my husband about an event. I will just leave it at that, as to not incriminate myself, where I put an entire bottle of Patron in my pants and walked into this event. And somehow, with the group of people that I was in, that thing was annihilated and thrown away within minutes. So not particularly proud of said moment.
Oh my God. How did an entire bottle? How does it?
So I strategically placed it underneath my bum in my underwear. So
did you tell people this when they took the bottle?
Of course not. Also, it's tequila. I feel like just have it neat. Here you go.
That's crazy.
It didn't go inside of anything. It was just near.
Oh my God.
Listen,
that is so funny.
It's not my proudest moment.
I'm I need to stop thinking and visualizing.
We saved a lot of money that trip.
That's funny.
We got it done.
Listen,
all right, get perky with us. Enjoy Puerto Rico or wherever it is that you're going.
Yeah,
is that where you're going? So jealous.
Fun in the sun. I plan to not be on my phone and be completely unreachable. So
yes. I'm jealous. Get perky with us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The First Shot Morning Show. Bye, guys. See you when I get back. Hopefully,
The First Shot Morning Show is produced by Lemonadio. When life gives you lemons, make radio. We encourage everyone to listen happier.com.
You better not have a tan. I'll shut the recording off.
I'm so excited.
Bye.
Bye.